beloved souls. It's Twin Flame Tuesday. What's up? Happy March. Just want to tap into the energy, see what's going on with the twins this week, see what you need to know right now, and how we can whatever. How we can whatever. Children, your love life is being affected by children. Isn't this the half of it? So for some of you, this is physical children, whether this is your child or the children of your divine counterpart. For others of you, this is you connecting with your inner child and giving that inner child of yours some love and nurturing and the kindness that it needed to grow up so that you can come into balance with yourself and have a healthier relationship. For a small percentage of you, congratulations, you're about to be a mom or a dad because we are near the spring season and that fertility energy is big, 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 big. Also on this card, you're going to see dogs, right? Dogs are a sign of loyalty, especially on this journey. That's a twin flame. So understand that, like, if it's your divine counterpart that has children or if it's you that has children, that, like, people can't just get up and walk away from their kids, right? You can't just get up and walk away from that life. So that loyalty and that love and that convoluted energy can be part of the reason why you guys may not be together right now or in separation, or you just have to really plan, right? It's like you become a parent and you can't just pick up and go whenever you want to, right? That spontaneity has to be dialed back a little bit. You gotta schedule a date night, schedule an appointment, like do your thing. So let's see what else is going on. Thank you, angels and guides. What else is going on with the twin flames during this wonderful second week of March? Today is the 8th, right? March 8th, which is the 3 plus the 8 is an 11. So we got doorways opening, awarenesses, big activations going on for twins. We had 2 cards pop out. We had True Love. This is the romance of a lifetime, and codependency addictions are affecting your romantic life. So addictions can be money, it can be drugs, it can be alcohol, it can be sex, it can be distractions, right? So are you in a dynamic in which you're being celebrated, you're being honored, you're being respected, you're being loved? Or are you accepting the breadcrumbs because that's just good enough for right now? And again, if this codependency issue is something that you're dealing with, whether it's something that needs to be healed by you or something that needs to be healed by your twin, I'm feeling that it's starting here from childhood, right? I had a beautiful awareness brought to my attention by the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So I was trying to see within my relationship patterns, like, what do I need to change in order to show up fully in my full divine feminine, divine masculine energy, right? Fully balanced so that I can be in alignment with my divine counterpart. And what was showed to me was when I was younger, my mother had a lot of back and forth relationships. And whenever she was with someone else, she would just dismiss us, like her children. It's like we didn't even exist. But when she was single, then it was team us all day long. So learning the pattern of let me get what I can while it's here, while it's good, before it's taken away or before they get distracted was a pattern that I had that I didn't realize that I had until freaking recently, right? So that was a codependent energy that came up that needed to be shifted for me, right? Hold on, guys. All right, sorry, beloveds. I was making the kids some lunch and I didn't want it to burn. Anyway, so codependency. That is one thing that you might be looking for in codependent relationships, right? Dealing with breadcrumbs, dealing with inconsistencies, dealing with people that are not accountable, and just accepting it. Those are all things that we tend to learn from childhood, right? From children, whether that's within our own family, and especially if it's someone within your family, right? Because it's a parent that's supposed to love you unconditionally, and yet there's all these conditions put on your love and your relationship, right? Like, well, if you do this for me, if you do this, then I'll do this for you, right? It's this like transaction, give and take. I know that with um my divine masculine right now, a lot of he was taught love as transactionary. right? As opposed to loving for the sake of loving, right? Because you are love, you give love and you receive love, and you just, that's it. You are love. So that's all that you do. That's how you show up in the world. But that wasn't something that he was taught. He was taught everything is like transactionary. So it's like, oh, if I do this for you, then you have to do this for me. Or if I do this for you, then I'm gonna throw in your face that you did this for me. Like that kind of dynamic. As opposed to just loving someone to just love them. So you'll have that kind of thing show up in a codependent relationship where it's like it feels like a mandated give and take, right? Like as if there's not an awareness that although relationships should be 50-50, that's not reality, right? People have fucked up days, people have great days. I might be on an 80 today and you're on your 20 and I need to show up for you in a really big way. Well, today might be one of my 20 days and you're on your 80 and I might need you to show up for me in a really big way, right? I might, I know this was hard for me as a divine feminine, as a, like I said, as a female who was in her masculine energy her whole life. It wasn't safe for me to be vulnerable, right? In most of my relationships, like I was the stronger one, I was determined, I was the one making demands, I was the one setting goals and dreams and like doing shit because I did not feel safe to be in my feminine energy because I saw a lot of females in their feminine energy being taken advantage of, used as doormats, abused, and all that other shit, right? So I had to learn how to safely be in my feminine energy and be and find a partner that I could be safe in the energy with, right? Which isn't always easy. Whereas my divine masculine is so much in the masculine energy, it's too much at times, right? And so having to learn how to balance it out with the feminine energies and having to learn to love in a healthy way, right? These are all lessons that we're learning together, right? And so if you're in a twin flame dynamic, if you're healing, your counterpart is healing. Doesn't matter what they're healing, you guys are healing at the same time. Because if one person's doing the work, the other person is also doing the work. It may not be at the same level and it may not be on the same topic, but the work is getting done. And 9 times out of 10, if they're reflecting some shit or projecting some shit onto you, there's somewhere within your realm that you got to identify the problem, right? Like, what is going on here? Why is this such an issue? Why are we fighting? Why am I accepting this behavior? Why is this such a hard no for me? Why is this such a hard yes? Why does this trigger the fuck out of me? Why did that start an argument? You know what I mean? Like there's all these questions coming into play. And literally 9 times out of 10, it's between the ages of 0 and 7 that we learn this stuff. So when you do find your true love in the midst of all of this, it's hard, right? This is the romance of a lifetime. It doesn't feel like it. It don't feel like a romance of a lifetime in this codependent, childish behavior. That's not how this feels. Not at all. But this is you holding the vision, right? This is you knowing at a soul level that it's so much bigger than these pains, these traumas, these things that we have to learn through. Because once we're healing and learning through these things, it's taking us to the next level of ourselves, right? Then, like I said, when I was doing the work myself, because I'm like, if we're in separation, no matter what's going on with them, what is going on with me so that I can be in alignment with the fullness of who I am in order to even think about being in alignment with the divine counterpart, right? So yeah, you come into this energy where this is your true love. You do know this is your soulmate or your twin flame, whatever. And then you guys are healing this shit, right? Whether together or apart, you're healing this stuff. Hold the vision. Hold the vision. Hold. Sorry, my baby. It's okay. I'm done. What's taking tell? God first, bro. Comfy, comfy, cozy. We're gonna pull another card. Thank you, angels and guides. What else do you have for the twin flames today? Got some healing going on. I love a good healing. Listen, it may feel frustrating because it's kind of like every week we're having a conversation. I need to heal this. I need to grow from this. I need to learn from this. But yeah, it's an eternal game. And it's just getting you closer to where you really want to be, right? So you're joy, your alignment, your goals, your dreams. Because although, yes, this is the romance of a lifetime, it can be like that if you're looking at it from a Hollywood perspective, from a soul perspective. Like, this is you leveling up to the best version of yourself so that you can have the best version of your divine counterpart, like meeting you. Like, you're like the power couple. You know what I mean? Like, there's no stopping you. Like, you are it. You're the freaking, what do you call it? Jay-Z and Beyonce, the freaking Barack and Michelle. Like, you are it. You are a dynamic couple. You're the power couple. You're out here changing the world. You're like Reagan Hillier and Wampa, right? Like, you're just out here like pouring into life, your greatest and best selves at all times. I think it's so hilarious today, the amount of times that I've gotten interrupted with something going on in the background. I think that's hilarious. 12:12. Not throwing me off, I just think it's hilarious. 11:11, I just saw. Awesome. All right, twins. What else do we got going on? So much today. So much today. So much today. Thank you, beautiful angels and guides. What else do we have for the twin flames today? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I'm feeling this is causing some fear in the background, more so than anything else. More so than anything else from these cards. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. It's almost like I'm scared of rejection. I'm scared of what they're going to say. I'm scared of being hurt again. That's all I'm feeling in the background is just this, like, yeah, like a scared little kid, you know? Like, you're afraid the person's going to leave you. So there's an abandonment energy here. There's an energy of not feeling good enough. There's the breadcrumb energy. There's addictions to drugs and alcohol and distractions. There's all the stuff that's coming up from your childhood. And again, if it's, I'm going to say your childhood because whoever's listening to this reading is as much as you as it is them. As much you as it is them. I mean, I could just be like, oh, your counterpart, your divine counterpart. No. Because you're twins, right? You're mirroring. It may not be coming out the same way, but these traumas, these fears, this learned behavior from the ages of 0 to 7 is a big part of this codependency energy, a big part of the avoidance. And I'm looking at her, she's like staring into the distance, like daydreaming, and like, let me think about anything but what I got to deal with. Like, let me just put my mind over here so I don't have to deal with the reality of stuff. Like, that's that energy. Because we have true love and we have expressed yourself. Even bottom of the deck, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you desire, right? You seek. So I feel like you guys have met your divine counterpart. Like, you know who your twin is. You know that's your person and you're their person. You might be questioning it. There might be all the shit coming up about children, about addictions, about past traumas, and it might be all the stuff coming up that's triggering the fuck out of y'all right now, right? And so you're questioning and doubting the connection. And it's not about the connection that needs to be doubted. It's about, are you willing to do the work to heal so that you can actually step fuller into this connection? Because God bless you, the love is there, the desire is there, the joy is there, the passion is there, the knowing on a soul level, all of that is there. But this fear energy coming from your childhood is causing delays. Is the reason why there's only one person in this picture, right? One person in this picture, codependent energy, because one person needs to be one with themselves. You need to learn to be interdependent before you can be into a relationship, right? Learn to be independent, they're independent, then we can be interdependent together, and you doing your thing and I'm doing our thing and we do our thing together, but we're good together, we're good apart, right? There's no fear, there's no let me drink myself to oblivion, there's no let me hide at the bottom of a fucking bottle, let me do everything and stay busy so I don't have to like actually think and focus. There's a lot of fear going on, and I know it's because of the triggers, right? It's because of the triggers, it's because of the awarenesses. If if you didn't learn in February, you're gonna learn in March. These things that are coming up that are happening for us, right? And they're shifting and they're transforming the dynamic of twins across the board. Many twins have been shifting, relocating, changing jobs, leaving karmic relationships. Like all of that shit is going on because it's time. It's time for those old soul contracts to end. It's time to heal our karma. It's time to level up. It's time to get to the next step of your expansion, your growth, and your next level where you're at as a twin flame. And twin flames come into union when they're more prepared, right? And I'm not saying it's 100% all hunky dory copacetic after that time, because it's not, right? As much as we like to read about romance in Hollywood, it's not realistic. But if you can opt into being in your dynamic, because you know that this is your person, and you know they're fucked up and I'm fucked up, but we're gonna do this fucked up shit together, and we're just gonna hold the line as we're both learning and growing and healing and holding space for one another as we both learn and grow and heal and need to make these shifts and transitions, right? Then we can get to another level. You're being up leveled right now, and so these things that are coming into your awareness are really coming so that you can like deal with them and see, is that my hard yes, is that my hard no, do I even want to deal with this bullshit anymore, right? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. You know what's funny? She seems distracted and she's attracting, right? She's staring off into the distance, thinking about Lord knows what, and this one's right in the present moment, stopping in the present moment to smell the roses, taking the time to be present here and now, not thinking about yesterday or what tomorrow could bring, but really being present here in this moment, here right now, fully present in your feminine essence and just breathing it through and knowing that the love is there for you. It's here, it's available to you, it's beautiful. That's going to lead you to what, your next level. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. It can and it will. And that's what's happening. That's why all these shifts are going on within the collective. That's why they're bringing to your attention these two energies, right? The codependent energy and children. Like, this is the shit from our childhood that's coming up, that's causing these tears, these rips, these delays, these blocks in our connection. Like, that's what it's all there from. And as we shift, as we heal, as we nurture it, as we move to the next level, as we recognize that that's what's going on, then again, we can opt into, yo, you're my person, I'm your person. Like, you know, this is the one. You saw it. It said it. True love. This could be the one. Express your love. Like, you know that's your person and you're their person. And especially if people are going through shit, they start to project everything onto us, right? They're upset about something, they want to yell at you about it. You're looking at them like, what does any of that have to do with me? Right? People are learning how to express themselves, right? Because maybe they didn't learn as a child. Maybe they're scared and they're freaking out. So many people right now incarcerated right now because all they needed was a little bit of fucking love as a child. They needed to be nurtured. They needed to be guided. They needed to be loved. They needed to be poured into. And many of us did not experience that as children, right? You experience trauma and drama and pain and abuse at the hands of those that say they love you, the hands of those that you're supposed to trust. And then we have all these walls and shells and barriers put up around us from our childhood that we take with us into adulthood kind of leaves us alone, right? We're with someone, but we're not. We're together apart, right? But there's always like a barrier, a wall put up, blocking us from really coming into the fullness of who we truly are, right? When we're ready to do that work, to heal, to move forward, to stand in our truth, to open our hearts, to focus our energies on the present moment, to stop living in the past, to stop living in the past, right? Stop daydreaming about uh a what if future because we don't want to deal with what's going on right now. Like no, like come into the now. And children are another awareness of coming into the now, right? Because children are really good. They're in the moment. They can go into a fantasy world and they're done. They're in it. They're focused, right? You got to almost like shake them like, hey, 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 come back here, right? It's that energy, like really coming into the now, looking at that lesson as what it was, looking at those pains, looking at those traumas, honoring them, not saying that the shit was okay, but just knowing like that's what it is and that's part of it. It helped to make me who I am today, good, bad, or otherwise. It is what it is, and I am who I am. And that was a moment. It's time for me to move forward. I want better for myself. I deserve better for myself. I know it. And so I'm ready to let this shit go. I'm ready to maybe open up my heart and take a chance. Right? I'm gonna be here now, present. You deserve love, right? You, your children, their children, your inner child all deserve it. You deserve that next level of commitment. You deserve that next level of joy, of right? Of peace, of harmony. You absolutely deserve that at a soul level. Just a matter of are you willing to nurture yourself enough for it to happen? Are you willing to love, honor, and respect yourself enough to allow it in? Are you willing to walk away from the breadcrumbs of life? Are you willing to do the work? Wow. So I'm gonna leave it there. I love you. God loves you, and angels surround you. Later, guys.